dog. You don't know that dog. Don't worry about it, ma'am. Cujo won't hurt him. He likes kids.
I'm just trying to give you something spooky out to for you. I'm just trying to give you something.
Welcome back, YouTube, to Jermon's Zone. I'm your host, Jermon, and today we're taking a look at our first Frightening Friday film of the year, Cujo. Now, I have to say, Cujo as a kid was the reason why I was scared of dogs. I always felt like dogs would be after me. I almost ran on a highway running away from a dog as a kid. But I forgot what all happened in the film. So, let's get right into it. So, the movie kicks off with Cujo just being a wild dog chasing after a rabbit. Kind of a teaser to what he's going to become. And eventually he ends up sticking his head into a rabbit hole, which he thought was a rabbit hole. And there were bats. As he started barking, bats just come out, start biting him on his nose. It's, oh my gosh. Because this right here, this was a testament. This was the beginning of what was going to turn out. Because after that, we start to get into our main family of the movie. So we get Donna, Tad, and Vic. Alright, so Vic is the dad, Donna is the mother, Tad is the young son. I'm guessing he's around 4 years old or something. Now, with that being said, I'll tell you this. You know how kids, how they act in film. It's not like he's the best actor, but what do you expect? What do you really expect from him? So, we get them going through their day-to-day life, even Vic, he wants to even start a bigger family. Wants to have another child. But Donna has something else in mind. Because Donna's been creeping around with her old boyfriend. Steve keeps on coming through, laying the pipe for her, making her feel real good. And it's kind of sad because it looks like Vic is really taking care of the family. He's really out there working, trying to get all these deals, especially for the marketing company that he's in, which they end up getting in trouble due to an ad. I think the company name was Sharp. Shoot, they had kids over here peeing red dye. I'm like, what the heck y'all got going on? For a company. And for some reason, they're getting the blame. I was like, no, that's in the product. So, this all starts to unfold. And, even this little relationship between Donna is just not working out. She goes over there and creeps around with old Steve for a little while. But she decides, like, I have a family and I need to get my life back in control. This man don't want to let her go. Like, he even comes by, even just wrecking up just causing problems, and just kind of forceful too. Like, I miss you, Donna. I can't let you go. Pushing her against the wall, and she doesn't really want it. Now, Vic comes home that day and sees that something broken. Even Steve there. And she just tells Steve just to leave. All Vic had to ask was, is this what's happening? And she says yes. I said, dang. It was like he already knew what was up. Who she was with and who she's messing with. And they already had what was going on. But at the same time, Vic is so caught up with his job, trying to fix this whole situation with the company that messed up with their product, that he has to leave for a conference out of town. Also, since he's going to be gone, he had this Corvette, so he riding around in a red Corvette, all cool like. He leaves her like the Ford Pinto. Now the Ford Pinto having problems. He even tried to take it to one of the shops. They not really being they weren't really attentive. So they said, hey, there's another guy out of town named Chambers that can handle you. So they go out, see Chambers. Now, this guy, yeah, he's working on cars all the time and stuff like that. But you can tell their relationship, the relationship he has with his kid and wife is even kind of off. You know, he's very forceful, you know, with her. Like, hey, do what I say now. You know, he's real kind of pushy on her. And even with her, this is going to unfold too, why everybody's going to be away from the area and nobody's going to have like assistance to escape. So they get there. Chambers is going to work on the car, you know, as they talked about. But at the same time, this is when we see that it's like Brett, which is the young son of Chambers. He has a dog known as Cujo. He comes back, you know, and this is where I was kind of confused that Brett never really paid attention to his own dog and noticed that, hey, you got a cut on your nose. What is this? What's going on? They never test that out. They never really discuss it. Later on, when Brett finds Cujo and Cujo is not really like in the fog, he's just growling and everything, and he was like, whoa, what's going on with you, Cujo? And when he realized that it was Brett, Cujo left him alone at that time. But he even told his mom, but his mom was trying to get out of town and away from the dad, which will later unfold. So, on the other side, Vic, he decides to leave for his conference, and hopefully thinking that he gets back, some things will be resolved with his own relationship at the house with Donna. So Donna decides to take Tad with her to Chambers' spot. So she takes him to the spot. Now, all while this is happening, Cujo is going off. All right, you can see just pus just coming out of his eyes. The rabies really just kicking in to him and stuff like that. He's drooling everywhere. This Saint Bernard just looked nasty, you know. He kills his first person, like someone that's associated with this Chambers family. He takes him out, no problem. Jumps on his neck, rips it out, done. All right, so we know he's locked in. Like, there's no coming back for Cujo. They said he was a friendly guy because they always said he's friendly when they first came over, you know. But once Donna gets there and tries to figure out what's happening, like, you know, where's the Chambers and stuff? He's supposed to be here to fix my car. The problem is he had went over the guy's house who just got killed, and he ends up getting killed. He tries to fight Cujo. He dies. And Cujo finds his way back to the house. This is where the story kicks off, where they're trapped at the house in the car, have to face off with Cujo. Now, I'll tell you this. With this part of the film, it went on for longer than what it needed and stuff like that without a lot of excitement. I mean, we did get to see Cujo attack Donna a couple times. We got to see Tad just kind of freaking out and just, you know, crying because he's a little kid. You know, I had to look back and be like, all right, he's a little kid. You can't go too wild on him, Jermaine. Come on, calm down. He's a little kid. You know, he's just crying, freaking out, and I understand she's trying to calm him down. And hey, she even getting sick of him. I want my daddy. I know you want your daddy. That's what she says right back to him and stuff. But you know, she gets him back under control for a period of time. Shoot, like I said, Cujo even gets and just almost breaks the window at one point in time. She even tries to leave, but like Cujo jumps on her and like bites her. So now she got to get, you know, a checkup. She definitely, with all the rabies going around, yeah, she got to get a checkup. So he's panicking. Tad ends up panicking and hyperventilating. And I wasn't sure if this was a health condition, because before everything else was a good setup. You know, for all the items that they show that is going to play a part in the show later on, well, in the movie later on, it actually played its role. Except for this, I wasn't sure if he had a health condition before, like he had asthma, or is this just him hyperventilating because he's scared, or is it because of the heat that they just been out there and they trying to sleep it off and all this other stuff and trying to deal with it? Because he does this multiple times where he just freaks out and his eyes go wide and he just you know. So I was just thinking that he was hyperventilating. Eventually the cop comes, and because they're investigating, Vic comes back home because after 2 days, because he can't deal with it. There's nobody calling, picking up, so he goes back to basically to the to home, just trying to figure out where's Donna, where's my kid, where's my son. And when he gets home, that's when he finds out that ex-boyfriend had came through. And this is what my whole problem with this movie is: did we really need this whole affair situation? Did it add any value to the story? You know, it really didn't. At first, I thought it was going to add something to it, but even Steve character, he disappeared and he was gone for the rest of the movie after this situation where he damaged the house. Because, oh, Donna doesn't want to be with me no more. Yeah, she's trying to be with her husband, all right, with her kid. So he tells the police. They go over there. The guy that goes over there gets, what is it, his name, Bannerman, gets slaughtered by Cujo. But that also leaves like a car, and he also had a gun, which this is when Donna takes advantage of that. Now she gets out the car because Tad is out of it. You know, she wakes up once the police officer gets there and notices that Tad is just out. He can't breathe. She's panicking and she knows she has to get to the phone inside the house. So she gets out and she goes toe to toe with Cujo. Pick up that bat that they showed earlier that Brett was playing with, and just start beating him in the head with it. And even though it broke, she fell on down on the ground. Cujo thought he can just jump on her. It was broke, so she ends up stabbing him, you know. And you think he's taken out at this moment, but he's just down for the count for right now. She picks up Tad, takes him into the house, tries to get in contact. And the good thing that she did that I used to hate in all horror movies, she takes the gun with her. So when Cujo thought hey, you thought I was down? You thought I was down for the count? Next thing you know, she pulls out the gun, takes Cujo out. Now, on Vic's side, after a while, after Bannerman, the police officer didn't respond, he goes down there, and the police officers didn't even check. Because it's like, hey, he hasn't responded back in a while. And Vic was like, yeah, well, wouldn't you want to check? And it was like, oh, give him a little time. No, Vic takes his car, drives down there, and next thing you know, she comes out the house with Tad, just, you know, still struggling to breathe. And the movie goes off. What? That's my problem with the movie. It going off like that. You know, after all that build up, I felt like this is more of a casual horror movie where it's no supernatural elements. It's just rabies and a dog, you know, and that has happened to dogs before and other animals. So it felt more like casual, you know, like some things that you could see in reality and stuff, you know, and how wild it got, you know. But at the same time, I will say this movie kind of dragged in a way, and the ending wasn't. I didn't feel like a lot of stuff was resolved. I'm not sure if the family's going to be okay after this is all done. Will they be a whole family again? I mean, yes, Steve is going and stuff like that, but this whole thing that you showed me an affair. How's that going to be resolved? How's the other problems going to be resolved? Is Donna going to be okay because she got bit by the dog multiple areas? Is she going to make it? what's going to happen to the family. It just cuts off. And with that being said, I feel I had to give this a 2 out of 5. This got to be a 2 out of 5. I wanted to be bigger than this because I grew up off of this film. I told you, it scared me as a kid to see a dog just wild out like this. But it just, as a horror movie, it just don't sit well over time. But yeah. But yeah, that's been my review of Cujo. Movie that came out in 1983. And I at least saw it by 1993 or 94 and stuff. So I was a kid at this time when I first saw it. That's the last time I saw this film. But yeah, if you like this review, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button because we got more content coming your way. And this is how I'm going to end it off for this Frightening Friday film because more is coming your way. But until next time, peace.